Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Johnny and I am driving my Object 704 again, straight into a WZ-132. Just got a standard battle for you today on the map Karelia, and what we are going to do is head down the right flank and see what we can deal with. Seems like one of the preferred positions when I'm in a tank destroyer. It's just, you know when you've got a corner like this to work, it's just much more preferable than being out in the open. So it looks like we've got a Pershing on the enemy team so far. Oh, AMX 5120, T54 I think that was as well, yep. So they're all round the corner before I can do anything about it. But that's okay. We're just going to park up here, and if anything else from the enemy team tries to push round, we can land a shot on him. And there we go, our friendly T-34 can head round there, and if anything had popped out to shoot him, we would have been able to return fire. So just covering our team as they get into the middle. Oh, tree falling. Ooh, that's what I like to see. It's so nice when you can get a shot like that. So we've taken out an IS. We've got a couple of tanks just in front of me on the left dealing with their guys that got past, and we've got some guys in the riverbed to the right pushing up, so we're doing quite well on this flank. It looks like we've got a good position so far. And still trees falling, so we're just going to maintain our position, hold this corner and catch anyone else out that comes round. And we've got a friendly Tiger heading up to help the middle as well. And that's one of the reasons why I'm holding this position, is because of the friendly tanks I have round about me. It seems like we've got the situation under control with where everyone else is. If I felt like they needed help, I would go round the corner and help them. But we seem to be doing okay just now. There we go, T29 coming round. And he got himself tracked and will just get decimated. There we go. Tiger manages to clean him up. Alright, so it's now at this point that T29's carcass has got some good cover for anyone that wants to come round the corner there. So I feel like it's time to push up and put a bit of pressure on these guys in the middle, since our team hasn't been able to clean them up yet. So we're just going to advance, see if we can help our T-34 friend out. And here we go. Pershing charges round and doesn't know I was there, so we're able to pick up a kill on him easy enough. So at this point the enemy T-34s came round the corner, lands a shot into the back of me, or the side of me at the back half of my tank. So I'm going to push down and we'll see if he's going to come out again, but doesn't look like it. Our T-34 went forward for the shot there, I don't really agree with that. Oh, and that's when I spot these guys further back. I was going to go around the rock and shoot at the T-34, but after spotting those guys it wasn't worth it. Could have had a shot at the T-34 there, but there was a slight incline in the terrain, so I didn't have the gun depression to get a shot on his hull, unfortunately. So now in this position I figured it's best, because they've still got artillery on their team, pulling back wasn't the best option because we don't know where the artillery is. He could have had shots on me, so I'm going to come right up to this rock, which means I'll keep the T-34 spotted because we're within the proximity spotting range, and that'll allow the rest of our team to know exactly where he is and get shots on him. And there we go, he's taken down. We lost an ISU unfortunately, but now I can pop forward and deal with that KV-1S. And then we've got that E75 that just showed up to worry about. So he's going to keep ploughing forwards, and I'm not so comfortable about this position because he's got some backup behind him as well. So I'm just going to reverse around this rock and see what we've got. But I'm not in the best position here, it's just myself. A critical hit there, that was right into the side of his gun mantlet. We possibly took out his gun there, but I can never really trust what it says when it says critical hit. Okay, so we've lost the IS-6, so it's just me on this flank now against an E-75. Not the place you want to be in an Object 704. I think I'll need at least 2 hits to finish him off. Oof. And that was an absolutely terrible shot by me. I should have switched and shot him in the side. Very bad play by me in that one. And debatably I probably should have just face hugged him, because reversing like that just gives him the opportunity to shoot me wherever he wants. The person in the other team wants me to sell my account. Not entirely sure why. Perhaps just because of the way I engaged that E75, who knows. But I'm just going to speed up the replay now, and we're going to see how this one turns out. As I tell the Pershing that's selling my accounts against terms and conditions. Right, so we've got friendly E75 here. And he gets cleaned up. Oh dear. So we're now down to 2v4. So it's looking good for us at the moment. And then we lose our T-54. And we take out their E-75. And then we lose our IS-8. Okay, so we're now down to 2 arty against 1 arty. This is going to be interesting. So we've got GW Panther heading down the right flank. And the AMX 13F3 heading down the left. So I just say in chat, it's preferable if you guys get there at the same time, because you should never be trying to fight someone one-on-one if there's 2 of you. Going at the same time means it has to make a choice. It means you've got a better chance of winning the engagement, even if one of you goes down. So GW Panther's just snaking his way up the right here. Looking in a good position, and there we go, we spot him. And AMX just ducks out the way behind the rocks so the FV couldn't get shots on him. And then the FV heads down into this ravine, which is an interesting choice. So the AMX in our team could go down there. I wouldn't if I was him, and he doesn't choose to, because it is a very steep slope. There's good chance that you would track yourself and then just be a sitting duck. And yeah, so I agree with his choice there to stay up here. If I was playing as the AMX at this point, I would be getting round those rocks to get eyes on him again as soon as possible, because he did have his back to us and he did appear to be running. He didn't look like he was wanting a fight. So there we go, pick him up again. But I mean, it's understandable in this situation. It's a really close game. You kind of want to err on the side of caution because you don't want to throw the game away. But there we go, we have eyes on him. He's running out into the middle of the map. AMX is following and going to head up onto the ridge line here to see if we can get a good shot on him. There are a lot of rocks and debris and whatnot, so it's not looking too good. And it's at this point I would be wanting the GW Panther to head up into the cap zone, because that's going to make, you know, the difference. If we can't win the engagement, then we can still cap. And the reason we're starting to prioritise that is the time is running out. We're almost at 2.5 minutes left in the game. And again, with artillery, there's no guarantee that he would land the shot if he takes it, if he even gets a shot lined up. So the AMX is going to continue going for the FV, which is the right thing to do. Just really wish the GW Panther would be in the cap. So yeah, particularly if you're going for engagements like this, there's 2 of you against 1 artillery, going in one at a time, not the best idea. If you were going to go in face first like that, I would want both people to do it at the same time, but yeah, never got there. So here we go, into the cap. I'm going to pause it here, because for those of you who don't know, capping in a standard battle, you get 1 cap point for every 1 second that you're in the cap zone. So to capture a base to 100% takes 100 seconds, which is 1 minute 40. We have 1 cap point at the moment and 1 minute 38 on the clock. So we cannot cap. And this is just something I want to point out so that everyone is aware of it and familiar with this, is know how long it takes to cap a base. Because if you can't do it, there is no point. I mean, in this situation, it's not going to be of any benefit whatsoever. If you get lots of cap points and then do not cap the base in the end, you don't get any credit for your capture points. It doesn't count. Cap points that you have earned only count if you actually completely capture the base. So there is no benefit to staying in the base at this point. And it's kind of a shame because, you know, it was literally like 1 or 2 seconds too late. And I would say, like, in a standard battle, it's 100 seconds, but once you get to 100, you have to wait for the little exclamation mark to come up at the top bar after capture. So that can take a second or 2. So I would say, if you're not in the cap zone before 1 minute 42, then just don't bother, just to be safe. Because the game will end at 0, no matter what. So, we're trying to coax our friend here into going and attacking. I mean, it's very unlikely that we would be able to get... he just fired a shot. Very unlikely we'd be able to get a win charging down like that. Because, you know, artillery, accuracy, all the rest of it, but it's worth trying, in my mind. Because this is just going to end in a draw. And as you can see, we end the game at 0 on 98, almost 99 cap points. So let's go take a look at the stats. So there we go, guys. As you can see, that game ended in a draw, unfortunately. So that's just a little lesson for today's video, is be aware of how long it is going to take you to cap, if that's what you're going to do. Because if you don't have the time, there is no point. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.